ladies and gentlemen, the power of risk. Now, I understand that the word risk often carries a negative connotation. It's associated with uncertainty, fear, and the unknown. But what if I told you that risk is not something to be feared? What if I told you that by taking risks, you have the power to unlock your full potential, achieve your wildest dreams, and live a life of purpose and fulfillment? You see, my friends, risk is not just a concept, it's a mindset. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone, pushing past your fears, and daring to chase after your dreams with unwavering determination. It's about recognizing that true growth and success lie on the other side of uncertainty and being willing to take the necessary steps to get there. Think about it for a moment. Some of the greatest achievements in human history were the result of taking risks. The Wright brothers risked their lives to invent the airplane. Steve Jobs risked his reputation to launch. Elon Musk risked his fortune to build SpaceX. What do all of these visionaries have in common? They weren't afraid to take risks. They understood that in order to achieve greatness, they had to be willing to step into the unknown and embrace the possibility of failure. And that's the beauty of risk, my friends. It's not about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it as a necessary part of the journey towards success. Because the truth is, you can't achieve anything truly worthwhile without taking risks along the way. Whether it's starting a business, pursuing a passion, or following your heart, there will always be an element of uncertainty involved. But it's how you respond to that uncertainty that will ultimately determine your fate. So today, I challenge you to embrace the power of risk. I challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone, push past your fears, and dare to chase after your dreams with everything you've got. Because I believe that each and every one of you has the potential to achieve greatness, but it's up to you to take the necessary risks to make it happen. As we embark on this journey together, remember that the road to success is not always easy. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But if you stay true to yourself, remain focused on your goals, and never lose sight of your vision, I have no doubt that you will achieve everything you set out to accomplish. So let us embrace the power of risk, my friends, and together let us write the next chapter of our lives with courage, determination, and unwavering belief in our ability to succeed. The time for hesitation is over. The time to take action is now. Are you ready to take the leap? My friends, as we delve deeper into the concept of risk, it's essential to understand its nature and how it impacts our lives. You see, risk is not just a random occurrence or something to be avoided at all costs. Instead, it's an inherent part of the human experience, woven into the fabric of our existence. Think about it for a moment. From the moment we are born, we are faced with risks. Learning to walk involves the risk of falling. Learning to ride a bike involves the risk of crashing. And as we grow older, the risks we face only become more complex and challenging. But here's the thing. Risk is not inherently good or bad. It's neutral. It's our perception of risk and how we choose to respond to it that ultimately determines its outcome. You see, risk is like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can lead to great rewards, pushing us to grow, evolve, and achieve things we never thought possible. On the other hand, it can lead to failure, disappointment, and regret if not managed properly. How do we navigate the waters of risk effectively? How do we harness its power for our benefit while minimizing the potential downsides? The answer lies in understanding the nature of risk itself. At its core, risk is about uncertainty. It's about stepping into the unknown and facing the possibility of both success and failure. But here's the thing. Uncertainty is not something to be feared. It's something to be embraced, because it's within the realm of uncertainty that true growth and transformation occur. Think about some of the greatest moments of your life. Were they not preceded by a sense of uncertainty? Were they not accompanied by feelings of fear, doubt, and apprehension? And yet, despite the odds stacked against you, you took the leap of faith, embraced the uncertainty, and emerged victorious on the other side. And that, my friends, is the essence of risk. It's about having the courage to step outside of your comfort zone, confront your fears head-on, and pursue your dreams with unwavering determination. It's about recognizing that failure is not the end, but merely a stepping stone on the path to success. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should take reckless risks or throw caution to the wind. No, far from it. What I'm suggesting is that you should approach risk with a sense of mindfulness and intentionality. You should weigh the potential rewards against the potential consequences, make informed decisions based on careful analysis, and take calculated risks that align with your goals and values. In essence, risk-taking is a skill that can be developed and honed over time. It's about finding the right balance between ambition and prudence, between courage and caution. And as you embark on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth, remember this: the greatest risk of all is not taking any risks at all. So embrace the uncertainty, my friends. Embrace the challenges, the setbacks, and the failures. For it's within the crucible of adversity that true greatness is forged. And when you look back on your life, you'll realize that the moments of greatest triumph were often preceded by the moments of greatest risk. So dare to dream big, dare to take risks, and dare to create the life you've always imagined. Let's take a moment to reflect on the concept of regret. Regret is a powerful emotion that can weigh heavily on our hearts and minds, haunting us with thoughts of what could have been. It's that sinking feeling we get when we look back on our lives and realize that we missed out on opportunities, made the wrong choices, or failed to take action when action was needed. Regret is like a shadow that follows us wherever we go, reminding us of our past mistakes and filling us with a sense of longing for a different outcome. It's a burden that can sap our energy, diminish our self-confidence, and prevent us from fully embracing the present moment. But here's the thing: I see regret as not just a harmless emotion. It's a silent killer, slowly eating away at our happiness, our peace of mind, and our sense of fulfillment. It's like a poison that seeps into our souls, infecting us with feelings of despair, resentment, and self-doubt. Think about the times in your life when you've experienced regret. Perhaps you regret not pursuing a passion or a dream when you had the chance. Maybe you regret not telling someone how much they meant to you before it was too late. Or perhaps you regret making a decision that led to unintended consequences and Whatever the case may be, one thing is clear: regret has a high cost. It robs us of our joy, our vitality, and our sense of purpose. It holds us back from reaching our full potential and living the life we were meant to live. And worst of all, it's a burden that we carry with us wherever we go, weighing us down and preventing us from moving forward. That's not inevitable. It's not something that we have to accept passively or resign ourselves to. No, far from it. Regret is a choice. It's a choice that we make every day with every action we take and every decision we make. You see, my friends, the key to overcoming regret lies in taking ownership of our choices and accepting responsibility for our actions. It's about acknowledging our mistakes, learning from them, and using them as stepping stones on the path to. But perhaps most importantly, overcoming regret requires us to embrace the power of risk. It requires us to be bold, courageous, and willing to step outside of our comfort zones in pursuit of our dreams, because here's the truth: the only way to truly avoid regret is to live life with no regrets. It's to seize every opportunity, chase every dream, and take every risk that comes our way. So, my friends, I urge you to embrace the power of risk. Embrace the uncertainty, the challenges, and the setbacks that come with it. For in doing so, you'll not only minimize the likelihood of regret, but also open yourself up to a world of endless possibilities and opportunities. And when you look back on your life, you'll do so with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that you lived life to the fullest and left no stone unturned. The idea of risk and its profound connection to growth. You see, risk is not just about taking chances or rolling the dice. It's about embracing uncertainty and stepping into the unknown with confidence and determination. It's about recognizing that growth and progress often require us to venture outside of our comfort zones and push past our perceived limitations. Think about the most successful people you know. Whether they're entrepreneurs, athletes, or artists, one thing they all have in common is their willingness to take risks. They understand that playing it safe may keep them comfortable in the short term, but it won't lead to the kind of success and fulfillment they desire in the long run. Embracing risk isn't just about making bold moves or taking big leaps of faith. It's also about adopting the right mindset, the mindset of a risk taker. It's about viewing challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and failures as stepping stones on the path to success. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison didn't see failure as a setback. He saw it as a necessary part of the invention process. When asked about his numerous failed attempts to create a working light bulb, he famously replied, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison understood that each failure brought him one step closer to his ultimate goal, and he refused to let fear of failure hold him back. Similarly, if we want to achieve our own goals and aspirations, we must be willing to embrace risk as Edison did. We must be willing to face our fears head-on, confront our doubts and insecurities, and push past the obstacles that stand in our way. Truth and growth and comfort cannot coexist. If we want to grow, we must be willing to step outside of our comfort zones and embrace the challenges and uncertainties that come with it. Now, I'm not suggesting that we should all quit our jobs, start businesses, or take reckless risks without careful consideration. No, far from it. Embracing risk is not about being reckless or impulsive. It's about being strategic and calculated in our decision-making. It's about weighing the potential rewards against the potential risks and making informed choices based on our goals and priorities. But perhaps most importantly, embracing risk is about having faith in ourselves and our ability to overcome whatever challenges may come our way. It's about trusting that even if things don't go according to plan, we have the resilience, the resourcefulness, and the determination to pick ourselves up and keep moving forward. So, my friends, I urge you to embrace risk as a catalyst for growth. Take that leap of faith, pursue that dream, and seize every opportunity that comes. For, in doing so, you'll not only expand your horizons and unlock your full potential, but also pave the way for a life filled with excitement, fulfillment, and endless possibilities. Let's talk about one of the biggest obstacles that often stands in the way of embracing risk, the fear of failure. Now, I'm sure many of you can relate to this feeling. After all, failure is something that we've been conditioned to fear from a young age. We're taught that failure is something to be ashamed of, something to avoid at all costs. But here's the truth, is not the end of the road. It's merely a detour on the journey to success. In fact, some of the greatest achievements in history have been born out of failure. Take, for example, the story of Michael Jordan, widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. What many people don't realize is that Jordan was actually cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine that. The man who would go on to win 6 NBA championships and earn the title of His Airness was once deemed not good enough to play high school basketball. But instead of letting that failure define him, Jordan used it as motivation to work harder, to push himself to become the best version of himself. And the same can be true for each and every one of us. Instead of letting the fear of failure hold us back, we must learn to embrace it as a natural part of the growth process. We must understand that failure is not a reflection of our worth or our abilities, but rather an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger than ever before. But how do we overcome the fear of failure? How do we silence that voice in our heads that tells us we're not good enough, that we'll never succeed? The answer lies in shifting our mindset from one of fear and self-doubt to one of resilience and self-belief. One powerful strategy for overcoming the fear of failure is to reframe how we think about failure itself. Instead of seeing it as something to be avoided, we can choose to see it as a valuable learning experience. Every setback, every mistake, is an opportunity to gain insight, to acquire new skills, and to grow stronger. Another strategy is to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Instead of fixating on the possibility of failure, we can channel our energy into the present moment, into the actions we can take right now to move closer to our goal. By shifting our focus away from the fear of failure and towards the task at hand, we can free ourselves from the paralyzing grip of fear and take bold, decisive action. And finally, we must remember that failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. As the saying goes, you miss 100 of shots you don't take. So instead of letting the fear of failure hold us back, let's use it as motivation to take risks, to pursue our passions, and to live our lives with courage and conviction. In the end, my friends, the only true failure is not in falling down, but in refusing to get back up. So let's embrace the risk. Let's face our fears head on, and let's prove to ourselves and to the world that we are capable of achieving greatness, no matter what challenges may come our way. My friends, let's talk about the importance of seizing opportunities with courage and conviction. Too often, we let fear and doubt hold us back from taking risks and pursuing our dreams. But if there's one thing I've learned in my years of studying success, it's think about some of the greatest innovators and visionaries throughout history. People like Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb, or Steve Jobs, who risked everything to start a Apple in his parents' garage. What set these individuals apart was not just their talent or intelligence, but their willingness to take bold risks and seize opportunities when they presented. Now, I'm not saying that every opportunity that comes your way will lead to success. In fact, many of them may end in failure. But here's the thing. You'll never know unless you try. And even if you do fail, you'll gain valuable experience and insights that will serve you well on your journey. So, how do we cultivate the courage and conviction to seize opportunities when they arise? It starts by believing in ourselves and our abilities. Too often, we let self-doubt and insecurity hold us back from taking action. But the truth is, we are capable of far more than we give ourselves credit for. One powerful way to build confidence is by setting small, achievable goals and taking consistent action towards them. Each small success will build upon the last, gradually increasing your confidence and belief in your abilities. And as your confidence grows, so too will your willingness to take risks and seize opportunities. Another key to seizing opportunities is to surround yourself with positive influences and supportive individuals who believe in your potential. Too often, we let negative voices and naysayers discourage us from pursuing our dreams. But by surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and inspire us, we can find the courage and motivation to take bold risks and pursue our passions. But perhaps the most important thing to remember is that opportunity rarely knocks just once. In fact, it's often said that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So instead of waiting for the perfect opportunity to come seek out new experiences, take on new challenges, and be open to the possibilities that come your way. And finally, don't be afraid to fail. As I mentioned earlier, failure is not the end of the road. It's merely a detour on the journey to success. So instead of letting the fear of failure hold you back, let it fuel you forward. Let it drive you to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, and to seize every opportunity that comes your way with courage and conviction. In the end, my friends, the only opportunities we regret are the ones we let slip through our fingers. So let's seize the day, let's embrace the unknown, and let's prove to ourselves and to the world that risk is always better than regret.